Dell Curry was a sharpshooter who played in the NBA from 1986 to 2002. He's spending most of his career with the Charlotte Hornets. Known for his exceptional three-point shooting ability, Curry was drafted 15th overall by the Utah Jazz in 1986 after a stellar college career at Virginia Tech. While he was primarily used as a six-man throughout his career, Curry was one of the most effective bench players of his era. He won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award in 1994 and finished his career with a remarkable 40.2% three-point shooting percentage. His time with the Hornets was particularly notable, where he became the franchise's all-time leader in points and three-pointers made at the time of his retirement. Dell Curry had a stellar collegiate career at Virginia Tech from 1982 to 1986, where he established himself as one of the greatest players in Hokies history. During his time in Blacksburg, Curry was a prolific scorer and earned numerous accolades. He finished his college career at Virginia Tech's all-time leading scorer with 2,389 points, a record that stood until 2011. His scoring average consistently improved throughout his 4 years, culminating in his senior season where he averaged 24.1 points per game. During his senior year in 1986, Curry put together one of the finest individual seasons in Virginia Tech history. Beyond his 24.1 points per game, he showed his all-around game with 3.8 rebounds and 2.4 steals. His outstanding play caught the attention of NBA scouts, leading him to being selected 15th overall in the 1986 NBA draft by the Utah Jazz. Curry's impact at Virginia Tech was so significant that he was inducted into the Virginia Tech Sports Hall of Fame in 1996. His jersey number 30 was retired by the university, hanging in the rafters as a testament to his legendary collegiate career. Interestingly, while he was known primarily as a three-point specialist from his NBA career, Curry developed his all-around game at Virginia Tech. See, the NCAA didn't adopt the three-point line until his senior year in 1986, meaning he had to excel as a complete scorer rather than just a long-range shooter during most of his college career. Curry's stint with the Utah Jazz was brief. It lasted only one season after being selected 15th overall in the '86 NBA draft, coming off his impressive college career at Virginia Tech. Curry's rookie season with the Jazz was relatively modest in terms of playing time and production. During the 1986-87 season, Curry played in 67 games for the Jazz, primarily coming off the bench behind established guards like John Stockton and Darrell Griffith. His stats reflected his limited role. He only averaged 4.9 points per game, and he played around 12 minutes per game. The Jazz team that season was competitive, finishing with a 44-38 record under head coach Frank Layden. However, Curry struggled to find consistent minutes in a veteran rotation. Despite showing flashes of his shooting ability, he wasn't able to carve out a major role in the team's offense. After just one season, the Jazz traded Curry to the Cleveland Cavaliers. This move would turn out to be a stepping stone and would eventually become a successful NBA career, though not with the Utah Jazz. While his time with the Jazz was particularly memorable, it didn't give Curry his first taste of NBA basketball and helped him adjust to the professional level. Interestingly, despite being known as the NBA's premier shooters later in his career, Curry's three-point shooting numbers during his rookie season with the Jazz didn't reflect the accuracy he would later develop. This suggests that, like many rookies, he needed time to adjust to the NBA's three-point line and higher level of competition. After being traded to the Utah Jazz, Dell Curry spent the 1987-88 season with the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he showed some improvement from his rookie year, though still in a limited role. During his single season with the Cavs, Curry's stats showed modest growth. He appeared in 79 games, and he averaged 6.8 points per game. The 87-88 Cavs were a strong team, finishing with a 42-40 record under head coach Lenny Wilkens. The team featured players like Mark Price and Brad Daugherty, along with Ron Harper. Curry came off the bench as part of a deep rotation, providing some scoring punch in limited minutes. Despite showing improvement from his rookie season, Curry was still trying to find his footing in the NBA. The Cavaliers did not retain him after the season, and he would move on to the Charlotte Hornets via the 1988 NBA expansion draft, where his career would truly take off. While his time in Cleveland was brief, it represented an important developmental period for Curry. See, he improved his shooting percentages and slightly increased playing time, suggested he was beginning to adapt to the NBA game. The experience gained during this season, particularly playing alongside skilled guards like Mark Price, likely contributed to his later success in Charlotte. Dell Curry's decade with the Charlotte Hornets represents his most successful and influential NBA period. Selected in the 1988 expansion draft, he became one of the franchise's cornerstone players. He won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award in 1994. He became the Hornets' all-time leading scorer. He set a franchise record for three-pointers made, and he shot 40% from three-point range in his 7 seasons. While primarily coming off the bench, Curry established himself as one of the NBA's premier shooters. He played a crucial role in the Hornets' first playoff appearances and helped establish the young franchise's identity alongside players like Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. His consistent shooting and reliability made him a fan favorite in Charlotte. The team reached the playoffs 4 times during his tenure, with Curry providing crucial scoring off the bench. His Charlotte tenure transformed him from a fringe player to one of the league's most respected six-men and three-point specialists. Curry's impact on the Hornets extended beyond statistics. He actually helped establish the franchise's culture and remained a beloved figure in Charlotte long after his departure in 1998. Curry's stint with the Milwaukee Bucks in the 98-99 season was brief and occurred during the NBA's lockout-shortened season. He appeared in 42 games, averaging 4.1 points per game, and played roughly 10.7 minutes per game. This was one of Curry's least productive seasons, with his scoring and shooting percentages notably below his career averages. The Bucks finished the season with a 28-22 record but missed the playoffs. After this single season, Curry moved on to the Toronto Raptors, where he would finish his NBA career. Dell Curry's final 3 NBA seasons were spent with the Toronto Raptors, where he experienced a late career renaissance and is a valuable shooter off the bench. He provided veteran leadership for a young Raptors team, and he helped the team reach the playoffs in 2000 and 2001. His consistent three-point shooting helped Toronto reach a franchise-best 47 wins in the 2000-2001 season, and he was a key contributor off the bench during the team's playoff runs, particularly in the 2001 series against Philadelphia. He finished his career with 12,670 points, average 11.7 points per game. Now, while these numbers might not jump off the page, his consistency and shooting prowess made him a valuable player throughout his 16-year NBA career. Of course, Dell Curry's legacy in basketball extends beyond this playing career, as he's known as the father of NBA superstars Stephen and Seth Curry, both of whom inherited his exceptional shooting touch.